I was literally screaming like, my daughter, and there people are already on their phone.
It was a parent's worst nightmare in a place you wouldn't expect it. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Jordan Schreier. We're just getting started with our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour.
A thief stole a car with a 4-year-old girl in the back seat as the child's mother was putting air in her tires at a gas station. It happened yesterday morning in Robbinsdale, Minnesota. The little girl actually saved herself by jumping out of that car a few blocks away when the guy briefly stopped the vehicle.
The car was found abandoned about 5 miles away in neighboring Golden Valley, but the suspect is still on the loose. The little girl, luckily, was not hurt.
New this morning, one man is in jail on nearly a dozen charges after police say he led them on a 95-mile-per-hour chase in Grand Forks. Officers pulled over 45-year-old Robert Fowley Jr. earlier this morning near UND, but he took off.
He ended up crashing into the back of another car, then tried running away. But police nabbed him just before he got into Walmart. Fowley is in jail for a number of charges, including reckless endangerment, drug possession, and driving under suspension. The driver whose car hit was not hurt. South Dakota's new anti-meth campaign is taking some heat. Maybe you've seen some of the online jokes about the campaign's tagline, "Meth, we're on it." South Dakota's governor launched the $500,000 campaign yesterday.
She says South Dakota's methamphetamine epidemic is growing at an alarming rate, and she wanted this to be a bold campaign to get people talking about being part of the solution, not just about the problem. But the commercial is getting some flack, especially on social media, with some confused and others all out just mocking the campaign.
It's now 9 minutes before 7. Let's get a check of our storm team forecast on this Tuesday morning.
Good morning. Starting off on a mild note this morning. It's nice out there. We're looking at temperatures that are above freezing. The lowest number in Badette, just a degree above freezing at 33 right now. It's 37 in Fargo and in Grand Forks. We're looking at some upper 30s over into eastern parts of North Dakota as well. So a mild note to start off on. We are dealing with some areas still of some fog, some drizzle, and that's more likely in our eastern viewing area. Badette, our visibility is down to 1.25 miles, so it did drop there. And then other places seeing some of that drizzle kind of still hanging around here today. The wind's not too strong. We're looking at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. The wind westerly or northwesterly this morning. And a look at your radar and satellite map. Not much to show at this point in time. We have the cloud cover overhead, and then there are some sprinkles, some areas of drizzle and mist that will continue to impact us this morning. But overall, the general trend will be for us to dry out and just be dealing with the cloud cover here today. So here's a look at our afternoon planner. We're just going to go through this quickly because there's not much change happening here for today. We'll see those temperatures rise a few more degrees, getting into the mid 30s to some low 40s for your highs. We'll keep the clouds around, though we have a better chance of getting some sunshine in eastern North Dakota and breaking through. We'll still have some clouds around. And then in addition to that, the wind stays on the lighter side. Can't rule out anywhere where we have clouds that we won't see a sprinkle or two or even a flurry. Now let's move ahead to tomorrow morning. That's our next chance for some snow, moving in early in the morning hours around Devil's Lake and then spreading eastward through the northern valley. So you could be dealing with this in that morning commute in northeastern North Dakota. And then as we continue through the day, more of us for that drive home being impacted by those snow showers. This is 4 o'clock. Temperatures near freezing or below freezing up north and above freezing in the south. Eventually that snow sweeps through the southern valley as well, and we see our chances for a little bit of accumulation too, but we will likely, if this scenario pans out, see our heaviest snowfall up in the north. We're looking at 1 to 3 inches with some pockets that may get a little bit more than that, and then lesser amounts to the south. Now if that shifts a little bit, we'll see more snow in the south too. Here's a look at your 7-day planner. We're cooling things down Thursday and then warming right back up and staying dry as we head into the weekend. And now for a look at traffic. Here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the move.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We're finishing up this hour on I-94. More specifically, we're heading eastbound, even more specifically toward Minnesota. Now, overall, the traffic flow has increased quite a bit since this morning. Earlier, these eastbound lanes had nothing on them around this stretch. However, it has picked up a little bit in the past, I would say half an hour or so. It's still not causing any delays. Everyone's moving freely, and we're all moving about the speed limit here. It's just a little bit busier than what we were seeing earlier. Now, over in the westbound lanes, it looks to have maintained about the same level. It started off fairly busy. It's only built up a little bit more since we first started looking this morning. So fairly normal traffic flow today for your morning commute. Shouldn't be late, but give yourself a couple extra minutes just in case they build up quickly. What day is today? It is Taco Tuesday. So Olay the day at Taco John's. For your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
The city of Fargo is lowering its special assessments for property owners. City commissioners voted last night to reduce to 20% the percentage that homeowners pay for most infrastructure improvements in their neighborhoods.
Specials pay for things like roads, sidewalks, and bike paths. Changes to the special assessment formula could mean thousands of dollars for each homeowner. And the price you pay for speeding and other traffic violations in Fargo could be going up. Police Chief David Todd is proposing a plan that would double the cost of fines for stop sign or traffic light violations, speeding, and illegally passing a school bus.
Todd says the change is long overdue. The last updates were back in 1973. He says it's not so much about generating revenue, it's more about trying to provide some type of deterrence. Cass County is hiring an independent lawyer to investigate its social services agency. The move follows a complaint from an employee who had described a toxic workplace within Child Protective Services. Two commissioners who voted no pushed back because of the price tag to taxpayers. At $275 an hour for the lawyer, they worry the bill could add up to $50,000.
A 54-year-old man suspected in a downtown Fargo shooting is now charged with attempted murder. Police say Henry Aiken was waving a revolver with a green laser outside of the Radisson Hotel early Friday morning. They say when he was ordered to drop his gun, he pointed it at officers and fired several shots. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is pushing Republicans and Democrats to hold public hearings in an effort to break an impasse over making insulin more affordable. The Democratic House and Republican Senate passed separate proposals last spring to provide emergency supplies of the medication for those who cannot afford it.
But a compromise hasn't been reached in closed-door talks over the past month. Walz says public hearings with testimony from experts and advocates for cheaper insulin could provide the necessary push to reach a deal that lawmakers could pass in a one-day special session before the holidays. Speaking of holidays, Turkey Day is already next Thursday, and that means kitchens are going to be filled with those Thanksgiving favorites.
But to make sure we avoid the mistakes of this year, the Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live, getting some expert advice. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Chef Granville Wood from Minnesota State in Moorhead, and the turkey, that is the main event. That is the main course. So how can we make sure that we're not going to dry that turkey out?
We are going to season this well with more butter.
Butter. I feel like that's the key to almost everything. Just add a lot of butter.
That's the main thing today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to season it inside with salt and pepper. We're going to rub that cavity real well. Notice we're wearing gloves because we don't want to cross-contaminate anything. Then we're taking fresh rosemary sprigs. They're going inside. A little bit of a chunk of onion, lemon.
Ooh, love that.
And half an orange.
Ooh.
So they are going to provide flavor from the inside out. Then we're going to put some butter around the turkey in the bottom of the pan. And we're going to put in about a cup of white wine and 2 cups of orange juice. So when the turkey's roasting, the butter's going to melt, and it's going to basically make that into a sauce, which we're going to use to baste the turkey. This is butter with lemon zest and fresh rosemary. And we're going to, you get some?
Okay. Oh, I'm kind of nervous to do this. So this will keep the turkey moist.
This is going to season it and flavor it and keep it moist. We're going to go under the skin, just like that. So when the turkey's roasting, that's going to melt.
Okay, here I go.
Here you go.
Ooh.
It's going in.
Oh my gosh, that feels so... Well, now I know how to make a turkey, I guess. Make it moist and so you don't turn out dry. But if you do turn it out dry, all you got to do is, we've learned, add more gravy, add more cranberry sauce, and you'll be set to go. But these are just a few ways that you can avoid those Thanksgiving Turkey Day mistakes.
I love it.
Oh, I got to get that
Some new ideas. And I mentioned I've been doing the orange slices inside the turkey, too. Just, you know.
Some great advice. Add a little extra flavor. Abby Furchner reporting live. Thank you very much.
Downtown Fargo's Christmas tree is going up in just a few hours. Parks employees will put it up around 9 this morning at the depot along Main near Broadway.
The Christmas tree will then be lit up for the first time just before the Holiday Lights Parade 1 week from today. And let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question, according to a new survey, nearly 1 in 4 prospective car buyers have done this on a test drive.
Well, brought their pet along, of course. You need to know if Fido likes the ride. And once again, a pretty nice start to our morning.
Yeah, we're looking at conditions that are pretty mild, above freezing this morning to start off. We're at 37 in Fargo. And today, only a few degrees warmer than that, so kind of holding steady today.
Remember to join us right now for more Valley Today on the Fargo CW.